Hello guys, it's Ign Hl04 back with another Splinterlands video. Today we're gonna take a look at the dev team. We're gonna looking at all the cards I own, we're gonna look at all the cards that I think are mandatory for each league, and I'm gonna tell you about my future investment, what I'm gonna buy in the future with my money for the dev team. So let's first start it out with the reward cards. Let's click there on owned. So as you see, I own all of the new reward cards. Oh wait, I'm missing gold. There we go. So I own all of the new reward cards max level. I'm got an Octopider level 3. I'm thinking of selling him because I'm not going to level him up to level 7 or 8. I don't have the money. Currently I'm renting him out. Oh no, I'm not even renting him out, I'm sorry. So I'm thinking about selling him. I also own a Nightmare, but only one BCX. I currently delegated him to another account, but I'm not thinking of upgrading him. That's why I'm quite sure that I'm gonna sell those two, because I'm not using them. I'm not playing in Wild, I'm only playing in Modern, and I don't have the money to upgrade my Nightmare. That's why I'm focusing on all of those. I think those are amazing, especially Hardclaw and Revealer. Those are pretty amazing in poison rule sets. Or the Revealer is also very strong in blast rule sets because of the reflection shield. The High Young Mistrala, I also like this card a lot. So let's go. I don't own any. I only own a Golodon level 1. I'm not using him anymore. I'm selling him in the future. So you don't really need any untamed cards. Dice I don't own. Gladius, it's useless. Then let's go to Chaos Legion. Let's go all cards. Let's go monsters and only regular. So there you see, as I'm trying to tell you, you can play current Nightshaded Gold. I think a gold copy will bring more than a regular one. And because of the 10% bonus. So then there's the Riftwing. This card, I kinda like it. I would recommend to you, if you play in bronze, I would recommend a level 3 copy because it gets 1 extra speed, and this card is not very expensive. In silver you'd need a level 5 because of the backfire ability. It's really helpful. Then in gold I would recommend a level 8 because of the headwinds. It starts there to get a really supportive character. It's only a support card. It's also very strong in poison rule sets if it's not in the first position. And I have my card at level 8. I'm trying to upgrade him, but I'm not playing him as often in Diamond. That's why that's not my main focus card. So then we have the Shadow Snitch. This card I have a gold foil max copy because I got it cheap. I recommend to you in bronze. It's not, I don't know how much it is currently. It's 0.2 cents per card, so it's not very expensive. So it's 28 cents for a level 3 copy. I think it's not that necessary to get those health, but it's not a lot of money to buy that level 3 copy from him. So you can choose yourself, but I would go with level 3 copy because it's not very expensive. Then there's in silver, if you don't have the money, a level 4 is enough. If you have the money, I would upgrade him to level 5 because it's a very slow card and every extra speed you get with it is very helpful. Then in gold, I would also go with a level 8 copy because it gets, at least at first step, is level 6 because of the affliction. If you don't have the money, if you have the money and you like this card, I would go with a level 8 copy. But personally, I'm not using this card a lot. I really like the artwork, but I didn't use it. It's just not that mandatory for me. It's not that important. Then there's the Crypt Beetle. It's one of my, I like this card a lot because it's a low mana tank. It's very weak to magic, but it doesn't matter in the higher levels of the league. So in the higher levels you're getting a little bit more hit points and shield, and if you know there's no magic coming, I would recommend playing him, because I think this card is really helpful and can help you win a lot of battles. This is a tank, so I would also recommend to go for the highest shield and health you can go for. So the best thing is to go the max out of every your level. But for me, I think this card, I like it a lot because of the shield and the freeing. It's only weak to magic, so I think this card can help you winning a lot of battles. Then the Shine HV, one of the best sneak monsters for death, especially in modern. You have in bronze you can get up to 3 attack, that's pretty nasty, with 4 speed, so that's pretty amazing. So when you have it in bronze, I know a lot of people are playing silver. If you want to play silver and try to hit for leaderboards, you need to get him level 5, but if you're a casually silver player, you can stick with it at level 3. So you actually need to upgrade him if you don't want to play on the leaderboard. If you are reaching gold, I would recommend to you a level 6 copy or a level 8. It depends where you're playing gold. Like a level 6 copy is enough to do the job, but a level 8 with that extra speed is really helpful. And then in diamond I would go with the level 10 because it has the piercing ability. I think this card is 7 cents per copy. So I would, if you're playing in bronze or in silver and you don't have him leveled up to level 3, I would do that right now, because it's really, with the free sneak attack, it's gonna destroy a lot of monsters in the back line. Then there's one really strong card, the Soul Stranger. I don't know why this card is so cheap, but for if you play the new epic summoners from Rift Watches, you can play him with 3 damage and 3 mana in silver. You can also play him with 2 and 3, but this card is amazing. It's like low mana, high attack value. Especially in gold, you're gonna get for 3 mana, you're gonna get 4 attack. It's a little bit slow, but it's very strong. And I really like this card. I can only recommend it to you. And I think you should play it at the max level of your league as you can, because it's very cheap. It only costs 14 bucks a max copy. So we're gonna pay $7 for level 6 copy. About 7.5, maybe 8, but it's not that expensive. And it's very, very strong. And I would highly recommend to you this card. It's really one, if you have low mana battles, the Soul Strangler is amazing. Then there's the Life Sapper. The Life Sapper is good in diamond with the new, where you can reduce all your enemy's life and then redeem yourself to kill them instantly. I actually don't have the cards to do the strategy. That's why I'm not using him a lot. I think in certain points he can be strong, but he's not that necessary in every league. It's pretty expensive for a level 3 copy, so $2. I think, okay, it's not expensive, but I think you can invest the money otherwise. Life Ledge is not that good of ability, and I think there are other opportunities out there that are better than him. Then there's the Fierce Stalker. This card is a card, I think it's pretty strong. It's a lot of damage, especially in diamond it does 5, in gold it does 4 with also the death blow ability. So this card is, I think, in certain contexts it can be mandatory, and it's a strong card. It's not that expensive. It's only 49 cents for level 2 copy, 9 cents for a copy, so about 10 cents. So you're paying $2.50 for a max gold silver copy, and it does 4 damage. If you put him in the back line and then you're giving him a little bit of protection, this card will help you demolish your enemies. In bronze, I would recommend you level 1 because it's always hitting. You don't need to be this little bit fast. It's only gonna help you in mirror matches or in matches that are really close. You don't need to win all of those. Then in silver, I would highly recommend you level 4 because of the 4 archery. In gold, that level 5 is gonna be enough. If you don't want to play high gold, you don't need the extra hit point. It's gonna help you in certain opportunities, but it's not worth $2. Maybe it's for you, but I don't know. I just upgraded mine to max level because of the extra damage. It depends on you if you want them level 5 or level 6. I think level 5 is sufficient until you build out all the other cards that are more helpful at the max level in gold. For example, the Riftwing. Then there's the Ign Hl04. Currently I'm trying to upgrade this card, but it's very expensive. And it's because in bronze it's one of the best cards in the game. In bronze I would also recommend to you to getting him level 2 because it gets the extra hit point, and in bronze a lot of guys are using the Ign Hl04, and I saw high success with the extra hit point in bronze. Especially, it doesn't need to be competitive. Bronze is also low bronze and mid bronze. This extra hit point is amazing in bronze. In silver, I would recommend you also level 3 or 4. It depends on you. I played him level 4, and as soon as I hit gold, I played him level 6 because it gets 1 extra hit point. The expert is gonna help me healing a little bit. It's gonna help me sustain a little bit more in the front. And now I'm trying to get him to max level because of the slow and also the 1 extra attack. And this card is just amazing at every level, and I would recommend. It's a must-have if you wanna play in with the dev team. And also try getting a max copy of your league that you can play because it doesn't help you if you have only level 5 rare summoner. It doesn't help you if you have him level 6. You can play him level 6. So we have also need the summoners for that. Either rent them or buy them. I also got a max necrosis in gold because it was a good deal. This card is really helpful. I don't know how it's in bronze. I haven't played him in bronze, but in silver with the free magic, it's really strong with the snipe. And then there's also oppress. It's a good ability, but I don't think it's that overpowered. So I normally use this card. Oh, it's a really strong card. I think it's, as I said, you can have him at least buy 1 copy of him. 1 copy is about 150. And I think it's worth it because from time to time you're gonna win a few battles with him. Okay, so I think I have to... Yeah, let's just quickly reload the game. I'm sorry for that quick interruption. Yeah, I know. So in the remaining 4 hours I'm trying to play as many battles as I can. Then we have the Insidious Warlock. I maxed him out because it was a very cheap card. Personally, I like this card. It's in matches where all monsters have the same hit points. This recharge ability is gonna be strong. I have a level 2. I would recommend a level 2 copy for bronze because it's gonna help you to do 6 damage instead of 3. So it's a big difference. Then in silver you can stay with this copy, and in gold I would recommend a level 4 because of the blind, and in diamond you need the max level because it gets 1 extra hit point, so that's 3 damage every other turn. And primarily in gold I used him a lot because of the blind, and in diamond I came to the conclusion that it's also helpful if you play him in matches where every monster has the same amount of hit points. So I just want to give you that on the way. This card is only, I think, 80 cents. 30 cents, okay, it got cheaper. So it's $1.20 for level 2 copy, and I think you can try it out. If you don't like it, you can always sell it back to the market with a little bit of a loss. Then there's one of my most favorite cards of the dev team. This card is very strong. It gets pretty decent in gold and then in diamond. I don't know how in the low levels it's not that good. The shatter ability doesn't. It's not needed in the low levels. There are not a lot of shield plays, but when you're going to gold with the amplify and the question deco, it helps a lot. And then also the rust is pretty amazing, and I actually like this card a lot. I think it's very strong, and it's a must-have for gold and above. Jin Muriad. That's a card you can also play in bronze to gold. Personally, I think it gets the most out of it gets in gold because of the magic reflect, and then also in diamond with the force field. But at gold it starts to get really strong. In bronze it's a good anti-magic tank, so it fits death perfectly well with Thaddeus, the new summoner. And I would recommend it at least have one copy of him and try him out if you like him or not, or rent just a max level copy of your league. And if you like him, I would suggest buying him. I like him a lot and I use him a lot because it's a good secondary or third tank. Corpse Fiend. I only have a level 1 copy because I need to upgrade my other cards. I'd love to have a max copy, but I currently afford it. And you only need a level 1 copy until you get in diamond. Then there's Lyra. Lyra is also one of my favorite cards. I don't. I think it's also strong in bronze because it gets two two opportunity damage, and then it gets 3 opportunity damage, and I think this card is amazing. In gold it also gets the speed boost, and in diamond it has 4 health, 4 damage. I really like this card. I use it a lot with death, and I don't know why it's so cheap. Like, it's only $3 per card, $8 for level 2 copy, so it's pretty cheap. And I really like it. So then let's go to Rift Watchers. There's the Night Ghoul. That's the only taunt monster from Death. Also not the modern, but an affordable one. But currently, for me, it's still too expensive. It's only 90 cents, so I'm not going to buy that. I haven't played it a lot in bronze, but from what I can see here, I would recommend it level 3 because it gets that extra speed and this extra armor, and it's a taunt, so everyone gonna fire on him. For silver, I would recommend the level 4 because it's enough with the damage. You don't actually need this one more armor, maybe you do, but for me this card is too expensive, so I would only play him level 4. In gold I would play him level 6 because it level 8 because it gets this extra speed, but first I would try leveling up level 6, and then in diamond I would go for a max level copy. I don't know how this card is. I haven't used it a lot. I rented it, but I haven't used it. And yeah, then the Arachnifra. This card for me is a little bit disappointing because I don't think there's a lot of opportunity for playing it. In bronze it's pretty strong because it gets free attack, but then a trample ability on a secondary tank, I don't know. And also the knockout. I don't think this card is amazing or strong. It's just there, and you don't really need a max copy of him or a copy of a league. In gold, I would recommend a level 3, but from there, it's not useful. The Kabbalist, that's a must-have in bronze because it's the only card that has level 1 amplify. And you can even have in bronze Giant Killer with the new summoners. So this card, from the stats here, it's amazing. I'd love to own a level 6 or level 8 copy to try him out a little bit in diamond. But I would recommend to get you a level, it's enough a level 1 in bronze, because now you can play with the question deco that it does 3 damage. Then in silver I would recommend a level 4 because it does then 6 damage to a giant. In gold I would go with a level 6 copy because it gets the demoralize, and in diamond just a level 10. And I think for at least bronze prayers it's mandatory. Then the Queen of Crows, one card that I'm really happy with. I'm trying to get her up to level 7 to get the Return Fire ability. This card is a good secondary tank, so normally I'm playing Hawklaw, then I'm playing Queen of Crows, and then I'm playing the Jean Muriat. Those three are normally my main tanks. So then I'm trying to play Amplify Monster because she's going to fire back, the Jean Muriat is going to fire back, and I really like that. I would recommend to you, in bronze there's a level 1 copy is enough, in silver I would at least go with level 3, in gold there's level 5, in diamond there's max level because of this extra damage, but I'm currently trying to get it level 7 just to get this ability. Then there's Ra. Ra is amazing. I think in bronze it can also be pretty strong because with the scatter shot it does 6 damage every turn to a random monster. Then it also gets Giant Killer in silver. It gets Rust in gold, and it's one of the only monsters with Rust in gold, and it's just amazing. And in diamond it also gets 1 extra health. And I'm trying to upgrade him, but he's just currently for me he's too expensive. I will buy him at $5 per B6, but not at 10. And I only bought 1 copy because I think it's too good to pass it up at $10 per B6. And now you can see all the dev cards I own. Let's just go with Gold Force. These are all the cards I own. This is currently my dev deck I'm playing with. As I told you, I'm trying to upgrade Windeco. Then I'm trying to upgrade the Riftwing and the, where is it? Queen of Crows. Those are my main focus for dev right now. And I hope I could help you a little bit. And if you like this type of content, please feel free to like and subscribe. And then comment down below what cards you have and what cards you maybe change up and what you want to upgrade or not. And I wish you an amazing day. Bye.